What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another tutorial video. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. And today, as you guys can tell, we're going to be doing the tutorial on how to do my overlay intro. So you guys know at the start of my video and the start of this video you guys just saw, I have a pretty cool intro that is not like the typical intro where you have a video and like some music. It's basically just an overlay on the video itself where you had my name pop up, had some sound effects, had a cool glint animation. I'll be showing you guys how to do all of that. But before I start that video, guys, please do not copy this tutorial, click by click. I want you guys to make your own unique intro that's inspired by this tutorial, but not exactly this tutorial. I don't want a bunch of intros that look exactly like this. The only thing changed is the name. I don't want that. I want to help you guys make your own unique intro that's, different for your channel. And I want you guys to be inspired by this tutorial and to learn how to make it and change it to suit your channel. But then again, I'm not the boss of you. That's just a tip because, you don't like to copy people. I don't really care if you copy it, but honestly, I want you guys to have your unique intro. This tutorial is not to copy it exactly. But enough about that. What you guys will need is, of course, all you need is just a picture, a .png picture of whatever you want to be overlaid in. So right now I have this .png of my logo. I made this in Blender. Blender is a free software. I don't even know what you call it, but I already have a how to make a 3D text tutorial in the description, so click the link in the description if you guys want to make cool 3D text that like this. It actually looks pretty cool. But if you guys have Cinema 4D, or if you guys already know how to make 3D text, or if you guys want to use maybe your avatar, you don't want to use your name, you can just do whatever you want. Just make sure it has a transparent background. So now I have this is what I'm gonna use. So basically open Sony Vegas Pro or whatever. You can do this in Premiere, After Effects, whatever you want. You don't need to use After Effects because this is super simple. So yeah, basically drag and drop your picture file in it. Alright? And I want to make my 3 seconds is a good time for overlay intros. Like I see people with like 20-second long intros, and I just don't even want to watch the video anymore. Guys, comment down below if you guys see that all the time. It's super annoying. Anyways, I'm not gonna blab on about those type of people. So now you have 3 seconds of just your name and a black background. Pretty boring, but what you want to do is add a new track by right-clicking, insert video track, put it underneath your picture file, go to media generators, solid color, and add a green screen. Basically, that we're gonna have a digital green screen, so that once you render this out and put it over your video, you can just chroma key out the green screen. Alright, so now what I want to do is the main idea and principle of this whole tutorial is keyframing. If you guys don't know what keyframing is, basically it's a keyframe is like one frame that's special because you can animate things to move or stuff. As you can see where it says position here. See these gray diamonds? See that little gray diamond with a white dot? That's called a keyframe. You can put a keyframe on any frame of the video and it adds a change to it. So in this case, it has a keyframe per position, which means you can animate the position. So if I double click and add a keyframe here and change the rotation of it, basically if you go to start and you play the video, it will change the animation. So look at that. It moves because of those keyframes. If you guys don't know what if you guys already know what keyframes are, you don't even have to listen to me. I'm just trying to explain for people who have no idea how to do anything on an editing software. So if you guys don't really get it still, you guys can watch some guides online on how to get keyframing and how to use compositing software. But for now, just follow me if you guys don't know what to do. So right now, go about you see this time frame right here? This is just the frames. So this is one frame. Now we are 3 frames from the start. So I go about maybe 15 frames ahead. All right, and double click to add a new keyframe. So as you can see, the first so as of right now, nothing's moving because we didn't change anything. But if we go to this keyframe here and we change the position, then if you play it, it just zooms out. So now that's done with teaching you what keyframes are, just the basics. Let's get to actually animating our animation. So what I wanted to do is spin once, start it small, spin once, and zoom in and and pop. That's what I want to happen. So basically, on the very first keyframe, zoom out and zoom it out like as much as you can. This is the maximum it can go. And again, go 15 keyframes or 15 frames. All right, that's about 15. Double click to add a keyframe and zoom all the way back in, and then move this up to center it. So as you can see, it's moving in real time. You can see in the preview, and now it's pretty centered. Let me just keep going, and bam, that's how I want it to go there. All right, so now if you watch the animation on, if you go to the start and play it, our text just zooms in right there. Pretty cool. So yeah, so now you have that part done. Pretty simple, right? If you guys have no idea what what I'm talking about, then just follow along, try to follow along, watch the tutorial a few times, pause it, do whatever you can to try to follow me. So basically, now you have that done. Now I'm gonna go to the very end of the clip, add another keyframe, and zoom in just a little bit. All right, and what that does is have the logo constantly slowly zoom in. So if you watch it, it's slowly zooming in. You can see right there. So it's never stopped. It's always moving, which are kind of like what I want. So now we have 3 keyframes. You have 3 keyframes. So the first keyframe is when the text is super small. The second one is when it like pops in, kind of like explodes in, and the third one is slowly zooming in throughout the whole 3 seconds. All right. So now you have your animation basically done. See how simple that is? But now what I want to add is some spins. So if you guys don't want to add spins or anything, you just want it to pop in like that, don't even do this. So I'm going to delete my keyframes because I want it to spin. So I'm going to go back to 15 frames ahead, add a keyframe again, spin it twice, 1, 2, or once. I'm just going to do once, and then go back to zooming it in. Basically doing the same thing. All you're adding is a spin in between the first and second keyframe. All right. Now, once you have that done, as you can see, it's spinning, and bam. Now I'm gonna do the same thing. Go back to the very end, and zoom it in like that. All right. Now we have that done. Here's our animation. It took no time at all. So basically, that's pretty much your animation done. You can leave it at that and call it a day. Render this out, and then put it on your video by chroma keying out the green screen. All I have to do is go to Video Effects, Chroma Keyer. Go to default and add it to your intro. Alright, change the color and press this color tool and click that. Now it's transparent, so I'm not going to do that because I still need to finish my intro. So now once you have that done, I'm going to add the finishing touch. As you guys saw in my intro, I had a little animated glint that goes from left to right. So to do that is keyframing. Again, you have to animate. So basically you have a keyframe here, and then the mask starts here, the glint starts here, then you add another keyframe, and then you change it to there. So now from each keyframe, it would move. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, let me show you. So now we keyframed position. Now underneath position, we have mask. Check the box where it says mask. Oh my god, I can't speak. And so whenever you want it to happen, just I want it to happen maybe around near the end here. So double click to add a keyframe. Now make a mask. To make a mask, basically, mask is basically just drawing the part of the text you want. So as you can see, like we're making a mask. Basically, we're selecting the part of the picture that we only want to be seen. That's the best way I can describe it. All right. So we're making a rectangle. Maybe let's say you only want Justin seen. Basically, you make a mask, and now only Justin is seen there. So now I'm gonna delete this mask because we want like the little glint. To make the glint, you can't have a rectangle. You can't have a rectangle. So now look at the preview. Let me show you what it looked like. So if we move it, as you can see it's slowly animating that. Let me just delete this. I accidentally made a mask there. So this is the principal basis of our glint. We can see the mask is moving, which is, it's kind of like a curtain. It's hiding everything else. So basically, that's what you gotta do. So you can make your mask a rectangle, and you can rotate it to make it look cool. So now That's what it looks like right now. So add a keyframe here, so to make it start here. Go about, it doesn't matter how long you want the animation, is up to you. Then you just move it, and then it automatically makes a keyframe for you. So now, if we play it, it moves right there. And if we play it on the video, you can see it, it moves. Look on the top right corner. That's basically, but as you can see, that's not what you guys want. So what you gotta do is go back here. By the way, the button, if you want to go to video event, you press this button right here where it says pan and crop. So now what you want to do is where it says mask, apply to FX, press yes. So now, as you can see the text again. What you want to do is add a brightness and contrast. Go to very bright. Alright, and make the brightness like pop, like really bright. So now you can see the glint there. Alright. There's your animated glint. But to make it even look better, so I'm gonna make it a bit longer. So select your, if you want to make it longer, keep your first keyframe where it is and get your second keyframe and zoom it out. It will just stretch the time. Alright. It'll take longer to get to the second animation. If you want to make it look better, select both keyframes by holding shift. Feather type both, and 8 is a pretty good number. Alright. So now as you can see, it's not a harsh line. It's like, it looks like it's, you know, like an actual glint. If you guys want to if you guys make the preview bigger, let me just make it a bit bigger right there. So now you can see it's instead of a harsh line. So if I take away the feather, you see if I take away the feather to none, it's a harsh line. You see those harsh lines right there? But add both, the feather looks really good. Alright, so now that's basically it. Let me show you guys the whole intro from start to finish. Let me add a fade in effect, so it starts off nothing, and fade out. So now, bam. So now if you play it, boom, we have our intro right there. It looks really stunning, and I love how it looks. And if you guys agree, then awesome. So there we go. You have your intro done. You know, you have nothing to worry about. What you have to do now is just press render as, so go to file, render as, or no, not real time render, file, render as, go to where it says main concept avc/aac, which is .mp4, and I chose choose internet HD 720p. Choose this one. I already made a custom template, so that's gonna be 30 FPS. So make sure it's at whatever you want. It can be 1080p or 720p. I'm gonna make it 720p at 30 FPS. Actually, no, I want to make it at 60 FPS because 60 FPS looks much better. All right. So now, even though you can't tell the difference, but once you render it, it'll look much smoother than 30 FPS. So that's basically it. All you have to do is render it out. Now, then you're gonna have a video file, and you guys can add some you know, you can add like a punch effect, because you guys saw at the start of my video I had like a punch sound effect when it popped in, and then I had a whoosh when the glint popped up. You guys can add any sound effect you want. You could add like, I don't know, do anything. Add your sound effects, render it out, and then if you put it on your video, of course, it will have the green screen. To take away the green screen, do what I told you before. Go to video effects, chroma key, or default. Don't do green screen because it's not this exact green that this is gonna take out. Make sure it's at default. Put it on the video color. Press this pen, and then click the green. That's basically it. So thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. You guys have requested this so many times. You guys have told me, how do you do your overlay intro at the start of the video? You know, how do you make your text do that? How do you add the glint? I already made a tutorial on how to do the 3D text and how to do the glint, but I just so if you guys want to know how to make that 3D text, I have a tutorial in the description, which is how I use Blender. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys are finally satisfied with me making this tutorial. Shouldn't take you this long, but the video is long because I want to explain things to you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. See you all next time.